Welcome to this latest edition of the Black Hole Podcast, and today I'd like to talk about knowing your limits in life. So often we focus on our strengths, we focus on the things we can do, and we forget about that all of us as men, as people, as humans, as creatures of the earth, we all have limitations. None of us is the full package. None of us can do it all, right? That's why it's very important as a man to know your limitations, know your strengths, know your weaknesses, know what you can do or know what you can't do. Because in life, that will help you know when you need to get a little help, know when you need to try a little harder, research a little more, lean on someone that you can trust a little more, someone that may be able to complement your weaknesses, someone that may be able to be a little where you're limited at, they might have a little more expertise at. Without knowing your limitations, it's also impossible for you to grow. Because if you don't know where you left off at, you don't know where you're stopping, you don't know where you pick up from. It's impossible to pick up, go a little further, improve yourself, unless you know where you're lacking, right? I think there's this myth out there that, to be the best man you are, you got to you can't admit that you're wrong. You can't admit that you may not be the best at something. You can't admit that you need help with something, And so people go on, they go forward. They know deep down where they lack. They know deep down where their limitations are. But instead of trying to improve on that, they just keep going forward without improving on it. And guess what? That limitation, the longer you leave it out there, the longer you leave it unaddressed, the more bigger liability is going to become in the end. Let's say a good example that I think most people can identify with in the workplace. If you know that you're not such a people person, that you're not a social individual, working in any kind of job that requires heavy interaction with other people, that's not going to work well for you. If you're a person that is the opposite, you're a person that cannot be by themselves, you're a person that feeds off the group, the ultimate team player, you need that energy of other people around you. Well, working from home, being by yourself, making your own business, that's probably not going to work for you. You need those people around you. So you got to know yourself and know these limitations so that you can better live your life, better survive, better be productive, better care for the people in your life. At home, if you know for a fact that, hey, you're not the most disciplined when it comes to finances, right? You know what? Instead of just keeping that to yourself, keeping that kind of quiet and trying to fake it till you make it, be honest with someone, be honest with your wife, your husband, whatever. Let them know that, hey, I'm not the best at money, so I'm going to need you to help me do this. I'm going to need you to help me hold accountable, or even you, if they're better with money, let them be the primary one that manages the budget, make sure the bills are paid, make sure the money goes where it got to go, or lean on them to help you. They can teach you how to handle money better. But either way, don't just keep it to yourself, right? Because one day you're going to make a mistake and then it's all going to come out anyway. So you want to try to mitigate the risk and mistakes in life, right? That's a part of being successful. The most successful people in life, they're able to mitigate the damages that can happen. And for that to work, you got to know all the factors, including your weaknesses, strength, your limitations, and etc. So this is a quick one today, but this thought came in my head that know your limitations in life. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Know your limitations ultimately will help you become more successful in life because it'll give you things to work on, things to improve on, things to get outside help on, room to grow, room to learn, and that's going to make you a better person always in the end.